Everything you have seen so far is made up of glass. Glass sheets imported from France and Italy reach the factory in different dimensions. They are carefully handled and stored. Paraffin is placed on the glass sheets. This treatment is necessary to protect them from humidity. These sheets are treated with paraffin solution to ensure maximum protection and also to prevent them from having stains. To prevent the glass from damage, it is first placed on this table, covered by a cloth for stability. The table is then adjusted for measuring and marking before cutting. A long ruler is used for the marking. Paraffin is placed on the glass so that it can be easily broken afterwards. A special pen known as tungsten pen is used for marking the glass. To ensure that the markings are accurate, large rulers and set squares are used. The glass can now be easily broken along the marking. Whatever be its thickness, a glass cannot be normally broken on the same side of the marking. Just observe. It can only be broken from the other side. For cutting circular shapes, this instrument is used for the marking. Paraffin is first placed and the marking done accordingly before breaking. Generally, a glass is cut slightly larger than the required dimension for the making of an object.
All precautions are taken in handling glass. It is not easy to cut glass to the exact dimension. Therefore, it is cut slightly to a larger size than required. There is a 25% waste. This is unfortunately inevitable.
The leftover glass cannot therefore be used again. After cutting, the edges are still rough and have to be polished. Only glass with straight lines can be polished on this machine. In the polishing section, an operator monitors the whole process. Here, all edges are polished one after the other. Water is a cooling agent in the polishing process. This is to prevent the glass from any damage as a high heating temperature is used. As the glass is handled at different stages, it obviously becomes dirty and greasy and has to be washed. Cerium oxide powder is applied on the glass to remove any impurities present. It is then polished by a machine, washed with water and put on a rack before silvering to become a mirror. Placed in a slanting position, the glass is sprayed with a silver solution. Then, with a copper solution on one side only, and finally washed with distilled water pressure. The glass is gradually transformed into a mirror. It is further washed and then sent for painting. A paint is sprayed on one side of the mirror to protect the silvering. The mirror is now placed in an oven at a temperature of 150 degrees Celsius to further harden the paint for about 30 minutes, whatever be the size and thickness of the mirror. After cooling for about half an hour, a paste is applied on the surface and finally cleaned. The mirror is now ready. This machine, which is highly sophisticated, is mainly used for making decorative straight-line borders, that is, the beveling. Everything is programmed automatically. Once again, water is used in this process. Here, all the four edges are given the same beveling. All mirrors are not alike. They can take different shapes with varying decorations. For uneven shapes, a manual-operated machine is used for placing the beveling along the borders. The mirror is adjusted on this machine before they are given the design. Earlier, we've seen the polishing of straight edges. Here, the polishing of a circular plain glass is done by these glass belt machines. Water is used during the polishing to protect the glass from any damage. For further polishing, sand is also used around the edges. After polishing and washing, holes of different sizes are applied by a piercing machine, so that the glass can be assembled with other parts to make tables and other objects. This machine is now eroding the thickness of the glass to facilitate handling and sliding of the glass used very often in windows and other furniture. Apart from beveling, small pieces of glass are used to make smaller parts for different decorative objects. These small pieces are then polished with great care. They are measured with precision before assembling. A transparent glue is placed along the edges and then assembled to other appropriate pieces of the glass to make trays and other objects. Any excess of the glue is removed. Whatever be the size of the object, the same processes are used for gluing and assembling.
We produce a wide range of products with glasses, such as mirrors, tabletop, office equipment, and engraved glass, and also produce various things on clients' demand.
Other types of decorations can also be made on glass. This technique, known as etching and frosting, requires great artistic and creative skills. The design is first drawn on paper, then transferred onto thin lead sheets, which are fixed with glue on the painted side of the glass. The lead sheet from the interior part of the design is removed by a cutter and placed in an acid for a proper etching and frosting. Engraving is also done on glass.
Engraving on glass products dates back since very long time, about 300 years ago. Etching is done with acid both on clear glass and frosted glass. New designs are always created, and research into new models is an ongoing process.